Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be discussing, in my opinion, one of the weirdest subjects going on right now in Modern Warfare and Call of Duty. It also revolves around Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. It kind of combines everything all together into one topic, and that is the mystery of Season 7 of Modern Warfare. It's something that we don't know if it's happening for sure. At the same time, it's also something that almost seems inevitable with everything that we know about the game currently. And in this video, I'm going to explain everything I mean by that and talk about some speculation as to what could be happening at the end of Season 6 and the beginning of Season 7. And as I mentioned, this ties directly into Black Ops Cold War, and that is what we need to talk about today. But to fully understand what I'm talking about here, you have to understand first what is going to be happening at the end of Season 6. So everything else coming through the rest of the season, leading towards the end of Modern Warfare and the start of potentially Season 7. Alright, so first things first, I have to start by saying, if you didn't know, there was an update to Warzone today. First of all, they added Plunder Candy Collector, which is basically like Plunder, but you don't just collect cash. You also collect candy as well for like a Halloween type vibe. Also, BR Solo Survivor, which is just solos, but on the night map. Zombie Royale is still there, and then Juggernaut Royale also makes a return with the night map. So all of these are there this week. But the thing that I actually want to be talking about is, first of all, the Battle Pass. As you can see here, there is 30 days, 22 hours, and 5 minutes remaining of Season 6, as you can see with the Battle Pass timer there. This leads us to November the 23rd for the final day of Season 6. Now, as we know, the launch of Black Ops Cold War is 10 days before that on the 13th. So the question remaining is, what the hell happens after that? Well, again, what we need to do to figure this out is look at what actually happens before it. So as you can see here, with the Halloween event, it says we have 10 days, 12 hours, and 3 minutes remaining. Essentially, what this means is that this event is ending on November the 2nd, going into November the 3rd overnight, which is very strange because the only time that we have things like this end overnight is when we get another title update to the game. So the Halloween update was 1.28, so assumably on the 2nd or the 3rd, we're going to get update 1.29. Now, the question is, what can be in that update? And this is where things get confusing. So we have 1 week left of the Haunting of Verdansk, and coming out this week, we do know a couple of the bundles that will be coming to the game. So for example, there are a couple of bundles that we still haven't got in the Halloween event. For example, the Ghost Grim Reaper bundle, which of course features Ghost as the Grim Reaper. On top of that, the Mace Dia de los Muertos skin is also supposed to be a part of this Halloween event. So assumably on this Tuesday, that is when we are going to get a couple more of these skins. On top of this, looking at the trailer for Haunting of Verdansk, there's also one big thing that is still not in the game, and that is, of course, the new character that is Griggs. Griggs is featured in the trailer for Haunting of Verdansk, yet is still, as of right now, not in the game. Now, my best guess is that he would be added on that November the 2nd to November the 3rd update. That is when he will be put into the game, and that is when he'll be there in a bundle on that Tuesday. So all that we have left on the roadmap, as you can see here, is, well, Griggs, which isn't on the roadmap, and the butterfly knife on the right-hand side. Those are the only things that have yet to be added into Season 6, which makes me think that maybe on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, we get a roadmap saying Season 6 Reloaded, and we get another couple of weeks of content out of Season 6. Now, I'm about to throw at you a bunch of different dates of things that have happened in the past, and you'll see why I'm giving you all of these in a second. Last year, on October the 25th, 2019, is when Modern Warfare was launched. At that time, there was no Battle Pass, there was no season going on. We started off, we'll call it Season 0. Season 1, with the Battle Pass and all of that kind of microtransaction-y stuff, did not start until December the 3rd, approximately a month and a week after the launch of the game. Now, as we know, November the 13th is the launch of Black Ops Cold War. A month and a week after that brings us to December the 22nd, which is 3 days before Christmas, and I don't imagine them launching a season right at the beginning of Christmas when a lot of the developers are going to be on holidays. So what this tells me is that they're probably not going to launch the first season of Black Ops Cold War until after the new year. So probably first week of January-ish is when we're going to be getting that Season 1. As we discussed before, November the 23rd is the end of Season 6 of Modern Warfare. So there's going to be about a month and a half of time with literally no Battle Pass out for Modern Warfare or Black Ops Cold War. Now, it is possible that they do Season 1 for Black Ops Cold War, for example, at the beginning of December, and then it would come out early enough where maybe they don't do Season 7, and they just kind of release content bit by bit, like one thing at a time. Or our other option, they add in a Season 7 for Modern Warfare. And in fact, there are already some leaks in the game of some game files that could potentially be in Season 7. So what these include is, first of all, Soap McTavish. We've talked about this in the past. Soap is obviously a big part of the Modern Warfare series, and up until Season 6, there were no game files revolving around him, even though they talked about him at the end of the game. Now, at the beginning of Season 6, there were some files found with him, from voice files, texture files, things along those lines, so seemingly at some point, he is going to be coming to the game, potentially at the beginning of Season 7. With the 1.28 update, which was the Haunting of Verdansk update, there was a new pistol found in the game files called the Makarov. This is a pistol that's been in previous Modern Warfare games and wouldn't really be a surprise to see this one return. Now, on top of this, there's also game files for another LTM for Warzone called Rebirth, similar to the Know Your History event that we had for the reveal of Black Ops Cold War. Essentially, what people are predicting that this Rebirth event is actually going to be is the end of the Warzone story for Modern Warfare, which is going to tie together the Warzone story of Black Ops Cold War and the Warzone story of Modern Warfare. This would make a lot of sense. Now, there are several questions that this leads to. First of all, if Season 7 is going to start on November the 23rd, and we already know that with Black Ops Cold War, your Battle Pass in that game is going to level up if you play Warzone, just like it does in Modern Warfare. Does that mean by playing Black Ops Cold War, you can level up your Modern Warfare Battle Pass? Is Season 7 even going to be a thing, or are they just going to have a trickle of things like bundles, a character bundle like Soap McTavish, a couple weapons coming out here or there after the launch of Season 6, kind of gapping the time from the end of Season 6 to the beginning of Season 1 for Black Ops Cold War? I don't know. I don't know this answer, and it is incredibly confusing. Now, the one other thing that we have to talk about is the beginning of the Black Ops Cold War Warzone. We have had zero information on this, and assumably they will be using the Pawn Takes Pawn website to give us information on this and have us figure out when it's actually going to be coming out. I do believe that there's a chance that the Black Ops Cold War map and the Black Ops Cold War Warzone won't be coming out with the launch of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out till the beginning of Season 1 or even into the year 2021 because we've had zero info on it. It's also possible that it comes out at launch. I'm just throwing that possibility out there as well. It is an interesting time to be a Call of Duty fan because there is so much going on. And Season 7 is just one of those things that we are currently speculating about. What we do know as of right now is Soap McTavish is in the files for the game. The Makarov pistol is in the files for the game, but also something else. Alcatraz. If you guys remember in Blackout, in Black Ops 4, there was a map called Alcatraz where you got like 5 respawns a game. It was a different mode to the normal Blackout. The Alcatraz map has been found as another map called Rebirth within the Warzone files. So on top of Season 7, on top of the Black Ops Cold War Warzone, we also might be getting an Alcatraz map in Warzone as well. When that's happening, your guess is as good as mine. So like I said, a very confusing time to be a Call of Duty fan right now. But as we get more information, as we hear more about the progression of Season 7, about the launch of Cold War, I will keep you guys updated the best I can. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. It's the best way to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty. On top of that, if you enjoyed this video, you found it informative, it is always appreciated if you do hit that like button, and I'm always interested to hear what you have to say. So if you have any comments on this, feel free to let me know down in the comment section. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard, and I want